Right, we've finished the last stage of sanding with the machine and to 320, and we're now going to put the machine down. We're going to give it a bit of a wipe like so with linseed oil on the rag, and then we're going to start from the 320 and we're going to go down through the rest of the grades to 1200. One is 400, then 600, then 800, then 1200, and this is done by hand. Quite simple, just going across, working that 400, 600, 800 and the 1200 around the edges, over the bead and along the front of the platter. Go round to the back. The back has to be done to 180 with we're finished with that machine now, and we went to 180 and now we go with 220 wet and dry and work 220, 240, 280, 320, 400, 600, 800 and 1200 on the back. So when we get to 1200, we do our 1200 on the back, just like you're seeing me do here. Now when you get to that, it's time to just give everything a wipe, and we need to put the polish on the front of the platter before we turn it over. So we get our clean rag and we give it a wipe, and then we get our shellac, or a product called shellac, and if I can get it open, there it is. We have to have the screen here for videoing. So I've got what they call French polish, clear, but it's not, it's shellac. Shellac is what you French polish with, but we're not going to French polish. We're going to put a little bit on of the shellac on, and we're going to rub it in with the oil. Now do this before you turn anything over. I'm going to give it a good coverage. Not too much, just a little dab. You don't need much. Shellac. Not shellac, shellac. And shellac's been here since the beginning of time. And once we've done that, we wait for a minute. This will dry on the platter. We turn it on, and with the same piece of rag, we burnish. And you've got to press fairly hard, and you've got to make sure that you melt the shellac and spread it. Once you've done that, you turn the lathe off. Don't put it on with the lathe spinning. You get some more oil, you put some more oil on, and you cut it with wire wool. Steel wool from Libron. You get yourself a bit of steel wool, and you go over it with steel wool with the oil. Now you repeat this shellac, burnish, cut it with wire wool 3 times. Once you've done that, then we can turn it over. So now that's done, we're going to undo it out of the chuck. I always mark when I take it out of the chuck number 3 for number 3 colic, so if I do want to put this back in before I take the bottom off, I can. I'm going to put that down there for a minute, and over here I have a little thing I've made with an all thread which fits into the middle of the chuck. I do it up onto that, and I put on what we call a vacuum board. I'll just close that right up onto the little groove that's in there. This is only brass. You can turn them on your wood lathe and make them. Go to the plumber, Get some more thread, brass, and now I'm going to put on my vacuum board, which is made of MDF and rubber, and it's just got a bit of thread in the middle there, and I'm going to wind that on. Now, this is where I put the shellac away so I don't spill it, and I bring up my tailstock and I put on my platter, and I bring the point of the tailstock into the hole of the platter where we started when we made this to dovetail to go into the chuck. Now that's securely in there, we lock everything up and we get ready to turn that. Come round here like this, and the next series of this I'll be showing you how to turn the dovetail or the chuck bite or whatever you use off the bottom and finish up the bottom.